The out of Africa theory, tracing humanity's origins. What if I told you that despite our apparent differences, we all share a profound connection that goes back hundreds of thousands of years, that beneath the surface of our skin lies proof of our shared past, a past that began in the heart of Africa? Join us as we unravel the fascinating story of human origins, evolution, and adaptation, tracing how we spread across the globe and became the richly diverse species we are today. Let's journey back to about 200,000, 300,000 years ago, when Homo sapiens first roamed the African savannas. Scientific consensus strongly supports the out of Africa theory, which posits that modern humans originated from a single ancestral population in Africa. From this cradle of humanity, early humans began their slow and courageous dispersal to other parts of the world. But how do we know this? The answer lies in our genes. Extensive studies reveal that African populations hold the greatest genetic diversity, a treasure trove of alleles and polymorphisms. This diversity offers vital clues, signaling that Africa is indeed the source of all modern human lineages. Other human populations, though varied, represent subsets of this rich genetic history. Despite thousands of years of moving apart, we all carry remnants of our African ancestry in our genetic makeup. For instance, alleles associated with traits like skin color, metabolism, and even resistance to diseases originated from our African forebears. These shared traits demonstrate our unity while uncovering the forces that shaped our evolution. Yet, African populations exhibit not just commonality, but extraordinary variety. Compared to non-African groups, African genomes boast roughly 25% more genetic polymorphisms, many of which remain unique to the continent. This unmatched reservoir of genetic diversity underlines Africa's key role in the broader understanding of human genetics. Migration is not simply the act of moving from one place to another. It is an evolutionary experiment where the stakes are survival. As humans ventured out of Africa and encountered diverse environments, they adapted. These adaptations were not just behavioral or cultural. They were written into the very DNA that forms the blueprint of our existence. One striking example is skin pigmentation. Near the equator, under the blazing sun, darker pigmentation evolved as a shield against harmful ultraviolet UV rays. Packed with eumelanin, dark skin protects against folate depletion, a nutrient vital for DNA repair and reproductive health. In contrast, populations in northern latitudes evolved lighter skin to maximize vitamin D production under reduced UV conditions, ensuring healthy bones and metabolic functioning. These adaptations tell a story of resilience, a tale of how humans learn to survive and thrive in the most varied climates on Earth. Imagine standing under the harsh rays of the equatorial sun versus walking in the dim, low UV environment of the Arctic. For early humans, these environmental differences were not trivial. They were life-defining. In regions with high UV radiation, darker skin proved advantageous. It acted as a natural sunscreen, preventing photo damage and preserving folate levels. Without this protective mechanism, populations in high UV areas might have faced severe health challenges, including reproductive complications caused by folate deficiency. In stark contrast, lighter skin became an asset in northern latitudes. Reduced UV exposure made it harder for individuals to synthesize vitamin D, essential for healthy bones and immune function. To adapt, these populations evolved lighter skin pigmentation to ensure they absorbed just enough UVB rays to meet their physiological needs. This fascinating interplay between natural selection and environmental pressures continues to shape conversations about human evolution to this day. Of course, adaptation to climate isn't the full picture. Cultural practices, diets, and genetic variability also played significant roles in shaping human traits. For instance, populations with diets rich in vitamin D, such as those consuming fish in northern regions, faced less pressure to evolve lighter skin since their nutritional intake compensated for lower natural vitamin D synthesis. Similarly, genetic drift, the random changes that occur in isolated gene pools, added to our diversity. The result? A rich mosaic of genetic traits influenced by climate but made even more intricate by culture, mobility, and chance. The relationship between vitamin D and folate is a delicate dance, where too much UV radiation destroys folate, while too little hinders vitamin D production. This balancing act underscores the trade-offs that shaped human pigmentation. Dark-skinned populations excel at preserving folate but require more UV exposure to produce vitamin D in low UV settings. On the other hand, lighter-skinned populations thrive in low UV environments but face folate degradation in high UV conditions. These trade-offs highlight the nuanced ways evolution solved the challenges of survival in varied climates. Modern genomic research continues to unlock the mysteries of our deep past, shedding light on the genetic makeup of diverse populations. These studies not only confirm our African origins, but also emphasize the ongoing importance of African genetic diversity to understanding humanity as a whole. African populations continue to lead the way in scientific inquiry, offering clues to disease resistance, complex traits, and human adaptation. By studying the genomes of indigenous groups, researchers uncover hidden details about early human migrations, informing today's medical and anthropological fields. The belief that skin color is a superficial trait masking deep divisions is rooted in modern misunderstandings, not science. Early thinkers like Aristotle recognized how environments influenced human features, while modern data affirms that pigmentation reflects evolutionary necessity rather than difference. By debunking colorist myths, we can better appreciate how these biological adaptations helped humanity flourish rather than divide us. Why should you care about humanity's shared African heritage and the genetic story of skin pigmentation? Beyond satisfying curiosity, these topics carry pressing relevance. Vitamin D deficiencies, genetically influenced conditions, and diet-related health disparities are directly tied to the science of pigmentation. Spreading awareness can help mitigate health risks in vulnerable populations by spotlighting preventive measures and nutritional needs. The next time you meet someone whose skin tone or appearance differs from your own, remember, beneath the surface, you are looking at a part of yourself. Knowledge of our shared origins deeply challenges stereotypes, biases, and societal inequalities. Recognizing that all humans descended from the same roots fosters a sense of global unity. Regardless of where we live or the hardships we face, our shared ancestry links us in an unbroken chain of human history. The Out of Africa theory isn't just a lesson in anthropology, it's a profound reminder of humanity's shared story. Through our genes, we carry tales of migration, survival, and adaptation written over millennia. By understanding this heritage, we can celebrate not just where we've come from, but where we might go together. Whether shaped by equatorial sunbeams or northern snowfalls, we are one species, deeply interconnected and endlessly resilient. And that, perhaps, is humanity's greatest strength. Understanding our shared origins empowers us to embrace differences, fostering compassion and collaboration toward a brighter, more equitable future for all humanity. Exploring our collective heritage enhances understanding, promoting empathy, and a collaborative spirit that transcends superficial differences in appearance and culture. A deeper understanding of our common ancestry can foster connections, encouraging us to celebrate diversity while working together toward a harmonious global society. Please like, share, and subscribe so that we may continue to bring you shared science.